Well, hello there, and welcome to another AMA on this very beautiful Friday. I know, you missed us. You missed us dearly, and we missed you dearly. So, what can we say? We come bearing very good stuff this week. So, stick around, and there's really lots of good stuff. But first, let's just welcome to the stage our amazing team and our managing directors. So, hello, Derek.
Hello.
Hey.
Sadly, no Monty today.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, what can you do? Hello, Robert.
Hello.
Hey. Hi, Elsa. And Sonia. Hey, how are you doing? Awesome. All right. So, what's up, guys? Tell me a bit of news.
Derek, do you want to talk a bit about the institutional thing?
Yeah, I think we can go right to the dessert, right?
Just arranging all the tech here. So, an exciting week, and thanks to Amadeo and the tech team. We are in the testing phase, final testing phase of the institutional app. So we are ready to go live imminently here. We were hoping to have it out today, but the last few tweaks. And then we are away to the races with the institutional clients.
Amazing. Okay. So we've actually got a little something to show the community, isn't that right? A little video.
Yes, we've got a little video tour here.
Awesome. So let's hit play and see what everybody thinks.
To today's AMA. Welcome. And yeah, so I've been working very hard the last couple of weeks on our retail application, on our banking app, on banking infrastructure, and also on our DeFi infrastructure. And we found something very interesting, and more on that very soon. What I wanted to show today is our institutional application that is now live for our institutional clients. Derek is going to onboard all the clients that he has into the institutional portal so that they can easily use our new banking infrastructure with Accomplish Bank and Currency Cloud, etc. And that's basically what we built here. So there's a sign-up form for the institutional investors. There is a login page as well, where basically if you're a user, you can log in here and you can actually make your investments. It's important to know that this deployment is still on testnet. So what I'm showing you guys here is still on testnet, but it's basically ready to go. So it's ready to go live. Investors can deposit funds. Investors can actually see their current investments, and that's what we've built. So it's a very short overview of the things we have built here. And as said, it's still all on a test network, but once we get the confirmation that everything is okay, then we will put it to production, and then it's good to go, and the institutional AUM inflow can continue there. All right, guys, thank you very much, and I see you in the next AMA. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Well, that was Amadeo bringing us the latest on the institutional app. Right. So, any more comments?
So that's meant to be just a little teaser for the community to see what's happening there, and we'll get a full tour and functionality video out as soon as we go live.
Awesome. Okay, that's great. So let's tie in with number 2, with update number 2. As you can see, we're already using a different logo, and that is why. We've rebranded, and we want to show the work we've been doing, working very hard on that. So I've got a couple of videos as well of the new face of Cresco. So let me just show them to you. This is going to be our group brand, the company itself, the heart of the company. As you can see, obviously, the DeFi bridge, and we're going to do a vampire attack, as Robert and Amadeo always like to say, on the people that wrong us from these banks. Oh, these banks. All right, so this is the group one, but also we're obviously going to look into the institutional side. This is how the institutional side will look and feel. And the retail side is going to have its app. Sleek, modern, of course. We can't overlook that. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope you guys really like it. And I hope you share your comments here. Oh yeah, nice. I see some very encouraging comments here. Thank you guys. We can circulate this around if you want to later. But that's what we have to show you for this session. So there's another update, and you'll have to wait until Monday, but it's a very good one. It's something that you're really gonna love. I am absolutely sure. But as I said, we're just gonna have to wait until Monday. So with these 3 desserts out of the way, I think it's time for us to go to your questions. Really. So what kind of questions are we talking about? Well, the questions that you've been asking all week, for these past 3 weeks, actually. So let's start with the first one. Do you have any official release date for the mobile app? Now that you've just seen progress on the institutional app, you're of course gonna want to know what's the deal with the mobile app. So what do you say, Robert?
So the team's been doing a great job of doing integrations on the TradFi side of things. It's a lot more complicated than DeFi. It's but it is progressing. It is progressing very well. So it's going to be pretty cool. You know, the mobile app will allow people from everywhere in the world essentially to open an account with Cresco. So you'll have a Swiss regulated bank account. It's going to be insured. It's going to be in essentially it's a fiat wallet. So you're going to have like a bunch of different currencies, very similar to like a challenger bank like Nubank in Brazil or Revolut or N26. We're slowly going to roll that out. Our plans are to actually start onboarding the people who have signed up to test the app. So we have a bunch of people who've like said they'd like to be testers. We're going to take them through the KYC process because, as you know, Cresco everything is regulated. So we're going to start that. We're going to start that pretty soon in the next couple of weeks. And the idea is to have them doing the beta test, and then our plan is to have something quite special available for DeFi Summer, which is coming up. So yeah, so the onboarding and the testing start in the next couple of weeks.
Wonderful. Okay, question number 2. With the Aave Savings integration, you'll receive USDC rewards for lending. Will these be automatically in our fiat account or only on the ETH wallet?
So we have, Amadeo and Nick and the tech team have been working on something really amazing. So we're going to get back to you before our next AMA. We have something that we think is pretty incredible that merges, because Cresco operates in the 2 architectures, the traditional architecture and the DeFi architecture, and we have something essentially that will allow users to get rewards, and it will be both on the crypto side of things and it will be on the fiat side of things as well. So but it's something that's going to be even better than USDC. So stay tuned, details to come.
Perfect. Okay. Question number 3. Will there be a browser inside the app? And will we be able to interact with other ETH apps right from the Cresco app? That sounds amazing. So what do you think?
So Amadeo and the team are going to put out like an interactive roadmap that's also coming out where people can make suggestions. This isn't planned at the moment. It's a super cool idea. I mean, we're very focused on the very basics for the MVP. But yeah, this looks like a great idea. So we'll add it. We have a wish list in our interactive roadmap. So yeah, this is something we'll add to it. We have a long wish list. The problem with tech is that there's endless ideas. This one looks really cool though. So
yeah, well, definitely. And the important part about it is that it's interactive. An interactive roadmap, that means really what you heard. It's interactive. You will be able to upvote things that we should work on with more diligence, that you love more, that you want to see being pushed forward. So question number 4. are we going to integrate a recurring buy system into the app, like for buying $200 of Bitcoin every month?
Yeah, so there is a DCA, dollar cost averaging idea in the app, which is quite similar to other like finance super apps you see, which I really like M1 Finance in the United States. It's not in, it's not in the MVP, but that definitely will be there. And again, it's something where we've got an idea that we're implementing that you can go pretty seamlessly from your fiat wallet to the DeFi side of things. So yeah, details to come. But yeah, DCA or dollar cost averaging, that'll be part of it.
Wonderful. Okay. So let's move on now to Geyser and our liquidity mining program. So there's Geyser V2, which got some great new features, right? And we've been made aware of them, of course. So is there going to be a new liquidity mining program to go along with V2? What do you think, Derek?
Yeah, so the existing liquidity on Geyser is with V1 Geyser will expire on the 4th of July, and obviously staying in right to the end is that's when you get the maximum benefits. And then we have a crossover because we also lock the liquidity on Uniswap, so we have this crossover period between that and the end of the lock, and we'll implement a second one with V2 of Geyser. The key bit of the Geyser V2 is what's called friendly staking. And a lot of the complaints we've seen from the community has been about gaming the Geyser pool and people coming in and taking the rewards and popping back out. So we're able to disable that feature in V2. And so we're going to start testing that in the next couple of weeks. And so it'll be a back-to-back pool where people can just migrate straight into the new pool.
Okay. Well, that's very good news. Very good news. So for Q6, and it concerns the DAO, the future conversion to a DAO by CrescoFin. Like, have we run into any issues regarding the idea, even with its implementation and financial regulation? Because this community member imagines that a community-run company would probably terrify regulatory bodies. They wouldn't know where to aim. Would they, Robert?
So there definitely will be, yeah. I mean, anything new like this where somebody isn't personally responsible for it concerns the regulator, because you can't just say, why don't you go in our Telegram chat group or our, whatever, our Discord and ask some questions, or, interact with a smart contract. They need to call me. That's why I'm wearing a tie today. So. But the idea I think that we're going to do for the DAO is that the DAO could look after something that doesn't have to do with anti-money laundering and like onboarding clients. So there is going to be a heart of Cresco that we're looking at that's going to have a DAO function. So our plan is, of course, still to exit to community. But there will always have to be somebody here who answers the telephone when the regulator calls. So probably there'll be, I think, a nice hybrid model. Where you have like a regulated entity, particularly for the onboarding, KYC, transaction monitoring, and then you have a DAO where we can essentially let the community make a number of important decisions that don't touch on the regulatory aspect of what Cresco does.
Okay, great. So while we're on the topic of a DAO, really, do you see the community and the team being aligned when parts of governance transfer to a DAO structure? Or is there going to be some conflict of interest there?
Well, our goal is definitely not to be like dictators, not even benign dictators. The community hopefully knows from like reading the IM that essentially we've already moved like some important things away from the core team to the voting contract to give, an element of control to the community. That's the model. And we, like I said, we will have to have like some part of it where the team has responsibility, particularly for the core regulatory aspects. So if you want to compete with CeFi, you need to operate in that. You need to operate in that space. And I think the amazing thing about Cresco is that we really bridge both worlds. We want to operate in both worlds. I mean, our motto is replacing banking with code, kind of DeFi first. It's what our advisors and friends at Bankless call the DeFi mullet, which of course isn't exactly the look I'm going for, but it's the concept is that it's a bank in the front or a challenger bank in the front powered by DeFi in the back. So you know, as much as we can, the team would like to exit to the community and let the community decide. So community voting is a key part of what we want to do.
Perfect. Okay. Well, that concludes the questions we have, and let's now move on to the live ones. Let's take a look. What do we have here? And pick the very first ones. Okay. Wish list going to be indefinitely long. Might be. John L. really loves the idea of getting rewarded in WCRIS. Well, very good, John. We'll work for it. We'll work towards that goal. So, guys, how about we throw some new questions here? Otherwise, I'm going to have to search the other ones. Oh, that's cool. What's everyone's thoughts on BTC being legal tender in El Salvador?
So I'm personally a big fan of Bitcoin, and I think it's amazing that people of El Salvador have an option now. It's a dollarized country, so it's like, you know, I mean, it's dollars and Bitcoin essentially are accepted. You know, I lead a little initiative here in Switzerland to try and get the Swiss National Bank to take Bitcoin as well as gold as part of the monetary reserves. And you know, personally, I think it's inevitable that something that has a fixed supply will be preferred over something that has an infinite supply. So it's kind of interesting experiment to see BTC versus versus the dollar. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool experiment.
What do you think, Derek? We couldn't have imagined to come to this place. I mean, where a country recognizes BTC. Have you ever thought this would happen?
Well, I'm never sure if it's going to be Bitcoin or something else, but you know, digital assets are the way forward, and there's several central banks that are talking about, you know, having a digital currency. So whether they link it to their fiat supply or not, but you know, I think they're seeing the power in the the transfer, and as well as the kind of the oversight that they can have with the, you know, seeing where the transactions are. So yeah, I mean, it's inevitable that the world is going digital.
Okay, well, watch out, fiat. So let's talk about this. Is it possible to have a video demo of the app? What do you say, Robert? When can we make that available?
Well, for the institutional app, I think there's going to be a video. There is going to be a video demo of it. Isn't that right, Derek? That they're thinking of.
Yeah, well, this was meant to just be a little teaser today, and then I think that is probably more referring to the mobile app. But yeah, whether it's early this week or next week, that we'll have a video tour of the institutional app. It's, you know, it's a very basic app that does what it says on the tin. It gets people into our SynApp product and allows them to use the core banking features.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So on the retail side of things, we've got like a bunch of testers that have that have signed up to help us like evaluate the app. So we're going to go through that process first. It's all community members, and it's really great. So they're going to go through it, kind of the basics, help us get the bugs out of it, and then after that, yeah, we're actually going to put together like a pretty cool like marketing video of it that Slavin's going to help with, and also we have Real Vision Creative Studios that's going to help us make like a really cool video of it.
Just to keep to that topic, will marketing start on day one of the release, or will it come 3 months after? Well, of course not. We are laying the groundwork right now. The new website, the landing pages you're going to see, the new ones, everything's being put into place right now. And this ties into this question, for example, as well. The merchandise store, now that the logo's sorted, it's not just the logo, it's the logo and the branding, really. We made some very, very good progress. And it's just about applying it to the design on everything, on the new website, on the merchandise store, and rolling it out together. So how about any news regarding the airdrop? Or are we still in much earlier stage, Derek?
Yeah, we're still in a much earlier stage of scoping the whole project with the BMA, and we are with the institutional app coming online. We're really focused on getting that up and running. So we will let you know as soon as we have an update there.
Okay, great. So AUM update on the AUM soon. We mentioned a financial audit during this time of the year, right? Around this time.
Yeah, so the idea is that there will be an audit for the end of the first half, and then we'll be releasing details after that. We're also trying to work on ways that we can get the AUM details on chain, so they can be updated in real time. We're actually speaking to our accountant and auditor about how we potentially could do that. So we'd just be pushing financial information to chain on probably a daily basis, or we've actually even been discussing real time. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, details on that coming.
Okay. So when the retail app's launched, can people expect to already receive their monthly salary and for Cresco to become basically their household bank, even though it isn't?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely the idea. The way that we've integrated into the traditional finance infrastructure, essentially, it functions a lot like like I said, like a challenger bank, like Revolut, N26, Nubank in Brazil. So you will be able to users of Cresco essentially will get an IBAN, and within that IBAN, wallet, that fiat wallet, so to speak, you'll be able to move between 25 different fiat currencies. It's possible that there may be more that are added, but at least 25. So, and you do that at like the cheapest possible rates, mid-market rates, not typically available to retail users. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So you can do everything you do pretty much in your normal bank. So you can receive money, you can pay out money. We're integrated into 17 different payment systems. So SEPA in Europe. Faster payments in the UK, ACH in the United States. We're also integrated into Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Australia, Canada. So yeah, and there's there's MasterCards tied to that. We're still working on the exact details with Visa. We're going to start with MasterCard, and yeah, we've got a plan as well for how your crypto can be spent on the card. So yeah, absolutely. It'll be like their objective is to replace traditional banks. So
awesome. Okay. So while we're on the app, are we feeling the heat to release the app? Are we looking around and seeing emerging competitors, for example, Syngenta or otherwise?
So yeah, we're really focused on participating in DeFi Summer. It's a longer process integrating with TradFi, and our objective really is it's going to be like a Rolls Royce offer of crypto banks. So the ability essentially to bridge these two architectures is essentially unique. I mean, it's not offered by the competitors, that you can essentially have a fiat bank account in all these different currencies, and also a bridge direct to DeFi from your own bank account. Not that you transfer it in, but actually you control the bank account. You run it on the fiat side, and it will also be linked to wallet on the DeFi side. And we're also working on something where we essentially, because of the DeFi integration, we would pull the yield and the other benefits of DeFi into essentially your fiat bank account. So yeah, the race is on. That's for sure. We don't want to miss DeFi Summer, and the intention is that we don't. We have something pretty cool coming up. So
okay, to explore another direction now, Derek, what's up with the Sharia review, the incoming one? Because John hopefully thinks it's done by 2022 and we can run ads at the World Cup.
Yeah, well, hopefully we're done before then, and we could be a sponsor of the World Cup in Qatar. So,
oh wow!
Like we said, this is we're dealing with the the Arab world here. So anybody that has dealt in that knows that nothing moves quickly.
Yeah, Yeah, but what an auspicious occasion. My goodness. Okay, so lots of app questions. I think we've got, oh yeah, look, a date for the integration of MasterCard. Is there something concrete, or is it more like of an estimate?
So the integration with MasterCard for virtual cards is going to come out with our one of our earliest releases of the MVP. So that's going to be MasterCard in the EEA and Switzerland and the United Kingdom. So it's going to be denominated in euros and Swiss francs and GBP. So that is coming out, and that's coming out with one of our early MVP versions. Physical cards are going to come slightly later, but yeah, the MasterCard integration is it's planned. It's planned for the summer.
Okay, perfect. So this one really caught my eye. The app payment system, but it'll also be instant payment.
Yeah, so instant payment in the traditional space isn't quite instant, but it's we are integrated into, like I said, the different payment systems. So instant payments are available through SEPA and faster payments, for example. We are also integrated into ACH in the United States and US dollars. So yeah, to the extent that it's instant, like it'll be there. It's kind of funny because we do all these technical integrations and they have cutoff times for payments to be received within a day. Like, you need to get whatever the API details need to have been received by, I don't know, like 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. It depends on the different payment systems. So as if the servers go to sleep afterwards. But anyway, that's as instant as it is. That is what Cresco will offer. I mean, Cresco essentially is a full bank alternative, and we have e-money license for payments here in Switzerland. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Well, Linux, another good question. Will you also ban us if we use Binance? Are we that dictatorial?
No, we're very crypto friendly. I'm trying my best not to be an Ethereum maximalist because I really believe that everybody should choose what they want. And of course, like ETH prices, in the last couple of months have been like ridiculously high. Now they're incredibly low. But no, the idea is that you definitely can use crypto from. Very crypto friendly, obviously. So no, our intention is not to be like French banks, right, Elsa?
Tarn agrees. All right, good. It's got Tarn's seal of approval. So last one, maybe. Are we worried about ETH potentially collapsing? And would that have an impact on us since we're on Uniswap?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm so bullish ETH. It's crazy. I mean, like, I think DeFi is gonna change the world. I think we're only seeing the very, very beginning of it. I think the biggest problem is getting into DeFi, and it's one of the things that Cresco is really, really working on. So no, I'm it's not exactly financial advice, but I can't see. I'm not worried about ETH dropping. That's for sure. So.
Okay. And our dear advisors, well, when are they really getting the green light to start promoting? Will they promote the institutional app? Will they wait for retail?
Our advisors, as you know, we have this unbelievable team of advisors, and we're really flattered. We were always excited that like such high quality people would join us, and we have been holding off the advisors doing marketing because we want to have like an amazing product out there in the market, and that's a retail product. I mean, the advisors are have an amazing following, but it's for retail. So DeFi summer's coming. We have a pretty incredible marketing campaign planned. It's planned to coincide with the retail app. So the advisors will finally get a green light once the retail app's out there.
Awesome. And this is such an interesting question. Let's have this one as the last one. Will Cresco consider running nodes or being a validator to help secure the network it will rely on? Well, that's really good. What do you think, Robert?
Yeah, I mean, we're big believers. We're big believers in being part of this space. It's the reason why we're on, Uniswap rather than another way of raising funds. Our idea is to help create a community. We've always said the greatest thing that Cresco has is the community that's going to help us, sell this product. And we're fully bought into to the Ethereum network. So we're also looking for some other layer 2s or side chains. But the things that we do, we really like to be part of that community. So the tech team is unbelievably busy at the moment. So I can't ask them to run a node or be a validator at the moment because they'll go crazy. But it's something we will do in the future. There's no question. We want to be a good citizen.
Very good. Okay. Well, there are so many other questions we'd like to answer, but we would really love the backing, the reinforcement of our CTO to explore basically the philosophical and the technicalities behind everything. But that's really all the time we have for today. So we're going to keep the discussion going in the forum, on Telegram, everywhere else. You can find us, reach out to us anytime. And we hope you love this AMA. You've got so many nice surprises planned over the next week, over the next few weeks, and for the next AMA. So make sure you save the date because it's going to be big. All right. Thank you to everyone for participating, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good